Buried Treasures brought to you by EB Games.
Okay, I have a real intense buried treasure this time. This was a game for the PlayStation. It's called Tomb Raider. You play this woman named Lara Croft who... I'm just joking. Everybody knows Tomb Raider. I'm talking about Global Gladiators for the Sega Genesis. Now, the Global Gladiators was the very first game that the Shiny team did. This was actually the sequel to a game that was done on the NES called Mick and Mac. Because there's a McDonald's license in it, though, don't get, turned away. It's not like you play the big Grimace walking around collecting McNuggets or something. We're talking about you play either Mick or Mac, and you're trying to clean up the environment, which is kind of cool. Some of the levels in the game are like, you go to like Ice World. Geez, no one's ever done that before. They have like Industrial World, and they have Swamp World. Yeah, all right, so we still get the same stuff 12 years later, what can I tell you? But this game was so unique and stunning when it first came out because of the animation. No one had really ever seen animation and graphics like this on the Genesis before. Sure, you had Sonic the Hedgehog, who was like, basically this little ball that walked around, but he was still very, kind of stiff for that time. The sound was actually really revolutionary for the time as well. There's a lot of like sampled sounds and voices and things like that. Great colors, great graphics, great gameplay, simple, fun, controls are good, challenging. This is where it's at. Global Gladiators for the Sega Genesis.
All right, we're back. Tommy stopped drooling over the Spider-Man controller. We're going to talk about High Heat Baseball 2003 for the PC. What'd you think of this one?
Well, remember earlier how I said that MIB2 was the worst game I've ever reviewed?
I don't think anyone's forgotten that.
Okay, well, Guess what? High Heat Baseball 2003 is officially the worst game in existence. The players don't look anything like any of the players. You should be ashamed of yourself. The stadiums are absolutely horrible. Yankee Stadium.
You didn't like the fans?
Looks nothing. The fans in this game, there are no fans. It's literally just one stupid, round, colored texture map.
All right, here's the deal with High Heat Baseball 2003. High Heat...
If you defend this, I'm going to keep it right
listen,
in the ding.
I want to tell you, I want to explain the situation here. High Heat Baseball has always been the statistician's baseball game.
I disagree.
This combines that with also a graphical, playable rendition of the sport.
Playable?
This game has always held that sort of distinction, separate from like the All-Star Baseball, the World Series, and the triple plays out there. It has some nice features in there that baseball fans are going to love, but really when you get into the game, it's just not a good playing baseball game.
Go as far as in the menu screens to say, do you want the teams from the end of 2001 or the beginning of 2002? Well, guess what, 3DO? Maybe you should do a little checking and backstat checking of your own before you dare put a thing like this in the game. For example, Alfonso Soriano is number 33 last year.
Right.
This year, he's number 12.
Okay.
Okay? How come he's got number 33 on his back if they've supposedly updated everything to the beginning of 2002 season? None of the players' animations look like they do in the real field. Every single baseball game now, when you pick Roger Clemens or you pick Derek Jeter or whoever, they stand like them, they react like them, they do all this stuff. This has none of that whatsoever. One of the biggest things about this game is that the audio.
Oh yeah, the audio is horrible.
Now back to center, Garrett and...
There's a big Placido is up Polanco.
I was checking our settings on our sound card going, this possibly can't be the sound for this game, and it is. Is hyper-realistic TV-like players and environments? Lie. Stunning graphics absorb you in the MLB experience? Lie. This game is ridiculous. Avoid at all costs.
To me, this is really half a game. I mean, it is maybe the engine of a good game, but let's finish the job. Let's spend the money on the art. Let's get the cool intros. Let's get the good music.
Hey, I like Trip Hawkins. I like 3DO. I hope they can do a better job. They obviously can't do a worse one. This game gets a 0.
I'm going to give it a 4 out of 10.
Way too high.
This game has the most detailed stats engine you can find in an action-oriented baseball game, and you can get online on GameSpy Arcade and play with other players.
On the negative side, pretty much every single thing.
Today on Judgment Day, Tommy and I looked at Sega Sports Tennis for the PlayStation 2. This is a great tennis game with an excellent World Tour mode, but the graphics are a little bit disappointing for the PlayStation 2. Also on the PlayStation 2, we looked at Men in Black 2 Alien Escape. But the only positive thing we have to say about this thing is that the aliens explode real good. On Xbox, Tommy and I reviewed Test Drive. We love the licensed vehicles in the game, but we couldn't handle that Cruisin' USA